Welcome to the third class of probability. This classes I'm conducting are the PYQs, or you can say LMRs, for CBSE as well as ICSE combined. The reason behind this is दोनों combine करके इसलिए कर रहा हूँ because most of the times if we look at the questions of CBSE and ICSE, they are similar questions. So the ICSE questions are helpful for CBSE students and vice versa, it is helpful. Hence, I'm conducting both the classes together. Conceptually, for both CBSE and ICSE, probability is same. In fact, this is the same thing for SSC, State Maharashtra State Board also. So they can also watch these videos. Basically, these are also helpful for them. Okay, so in the first class, we discussed about all the definitions. In the second class, we discussed about the problems based on coins and dice. Now, in the third class, I'm going to discuss problems based on cards. Okay, so let us begin without wasting time. Let us begin this. Now, let me share with you the screen first. So, this is the last problem that we discussed. Okay, wait a minute. This has to be like this. I think now it is proper. All right. So, coming to the problems of cards. ICSE 2011. From a pack of 52 playing cards bearing a numbers which are multiples of 3s are removed. Question ठीक से पढ़ना because probability is a topic. If you look at the definition of probability is number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So definition में कुछ है ही नहीं उससे. इससे अच्छा इससे simple formula कोई है ही नहीं पूरे maths में. The only thing is what happens is paper setters are going to play with you with respect to these words. ये wording sticks से समझ लेना. From a pack of 52 playing cards bearing the number which are multiples of 3 are removed. A card is now drawn at random. What is the probability that a card drawn is a face card, even number red card? All right. So first of all, look at this. First of all, 52 cards are there. Okay. So total number of outcomes कितना होगा? Total number of outcomes. Is equal to, वैसे तो 52 होना चाहिए, वैसे तो 52 होना चाहिए. इसमें से कुछ कार्ड्स निकाल दिए मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 3. व्हेन इज टॉकिंग अबाउट मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 3, मतलब 3 नंबर का कार्ड निकाल दिया है, 6 नंबर का कार्ड निकाल दिया है एंड 9 नंबर का कार्ड निकाल दिया है. ऑलराइट, 3 नंबर के 4 कार्ड्स है पैक में, 6 नंबर के 4 कार्ड्स, देयर आर 4 कार्ड्स एंड 9 नंबर कार्ड्स आर 4. दैट मींस 4 plus 4 plus 4 is how many? Total 12 cards are there. Okay, so 12 cards are removed. So again, I will take out this because don't get confused. Again, I'm repeating. 3 number card, 6 number cards and 9 number cards are removed. 3 number के 4 cards है, 6 number के 4 cards है and 9 number के 4 cards है. तो टोटल 12 कार्ड्स निकाल दिए इन्होंने बाहर. सो अभी पैक में टोटल कार्ड्स कितने हैं? 40. सो मेरा खेल अभी चल रहा है ये 40 कार्ड्स के साथ खेल चल रहा है. ओके, नाउ इवेंट ए. व्हाट इज इवेंट ए? What is required is face card. Face card, or it is also called as picture card. They may use the word the picture card, right? Face card and picture card is nothing but Jack, Queen and King. Okay, now how many face cards are there? 12 face cards are there. Again, Jack के 4 cards, King, Queen के 4 cards and King के 4 cards. So number of favorable outcomes. How many favorable outcomes are there? That is equal to 12. Okay, that means P of A अगर मुझे चाहिए फेस कार्ड का probability, that is number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. And that is equal to 12 upon 40. If I divide this by 4, that becomes 3 upon 10. Okay. Now, let us come to event B. There are two events. Event B. Okay. Even numbered red cards. Red cards are total 26. Okay. He's talking about even numbered red cards. So, let me discuss about even numbered red cards. That means 2 even numbered are 2, 4 and 6. Okay, and 8 and 10. So इसके अगर बात करें, ओके, तो इसके 4 कार्ड्स है, बट देर आर 2 रेड कार्ड्स इसके. Here again there are 4 cards, but there are 2 red cards and 2 black cards. तो हमारा इंटरेस्ट रेड कार्ड्स में है. For 6 there are 4 cards, but there are 2 red cards and 2 black cards. Same for 8, 2 red cards are there, and same for 10, there are 2 red cards. So total number of red cards in the favorable case is 10. So event B, I'm defining it as even numbered red cards. So number of favorable outcomes, number of favorable outcomes is equal to 10. Therefore, probability of B, once again I have to write the formula. Every time you will have to write the formula. Number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. This will be equal to 10 upon 40, and that is equal to 1 upon 4. All right. Problems, I'm telling you, probability is very easy. Easy part सिर्फ इसका शब्दों का खेल जो होता है ना, you have to be careful about the words they are using. ICSE 2010 cards marked with numbers from 1 to 20 are well shuffled, and a card is drawn in at random. So what is well shuffled? Mix किया है अच्छे से, because ये random experiment करना है तो कोई भी biased चीज नहीं होनी चाहिए, इसलिए they are shuffled. और अगर नहीं mention किया तो भी assume करना है they are shuffled, right? So even if that is not mentioned, okay, you have to assume that they are shuffled. What is the probability that number on the card is a prime number, a number divisible by 3, and the perfect square between the 20? Okay, so number of total number of outcomes. How many are there? Total 20 cards are there. So total number of outcomes is You can even call it as NS, that is the sample space is 20. Okay, now let me talk about event A. Event A, how many, what is asked? It's a prime number. So getting a prime number. Yeah, number on the card is a prime number. I'll simply write prime number. Okay, so how many prime numbers are there in A? In this, it will be 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. From 1 to 20, there are this many prime numbers. So n of A, how many favorable outcomes are there? 3 and 3, 6 and 2, 8 outcomes are there. And that means probability P of A is number of favorable outcomes, that is n of A, divided by number of outcomes, total number of outcomes, that is n of S, that is 8 upon 20. If I divide this by 4, this becomes 2 upon 5 is the answer. Let me talk about event B. Event B is number divisible by 3. So which are the numbers between 1 and 20 which are divisible by 3? It's a very simple thing. You have to just write down the multiples of 3. So it is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. So we have n of B, that is number of favorable outcomes is 6. Okay, and P of B is number of favorable outcomes, that is n of B, divided by total number of outcomes, that is n of S, which is 6 upon 20. If I divide this by 2, that becomes 3 upon 10. Then the last part, event C. A perfect square. So which are the perfect squares between 1 and 20? It's a very simple question. You just have to write down the points. C. 1 is a perfect square. 4 is a perfect square because 2 ka square, the square of 2 is 4. Then 9 is a perfect square because 3 square is 9. Then 16 is a perfect square. The next perfect square is 25, but we only have 20 cards, so that will not come under this. So number of favorable outcomes in my case here is 4, and that means the probability of the event is number of favorable outcomes, that is n of C, divided by total number of outcomes, that is n of S, which is equal to 4 upon 20, and that is equal to 1 upon 5, right? Similar kind of questions are there. Here, the questions are cards on which numbers 1, 2, 3 up to 100 are written. Okay, one number on one, and no number is one number on one card, it is, and no number is repeated and put in the bag, are mixed thoroughly. A card is drawn. Mixed thoroughly मतलब indirectly क्या कह रहे हैं इधर? ये card. Okay. They are mixed thoroughly मतलब it's a random experiment and no card is repeated. Okay. And no card is repeated and put in a bag and mixed thoroughly. A card is drawn at random from the bag. Find the probability that the card taken out has an even number, number multiple of 13, a perfect square, a prime number, and a number less than prime number less than 20. Prime number less than 20 अभी अभी थोड़ी देर पहले हमने बात किया था, right? Perfect square we have to look for. So one by one, I'm not going to write the cards now. Total number of outcomes is equal to 100. Event A what is looking for is an even number. So how many even numbers are there between 1 to 100? So the answer is 50, because even number, that means 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 up to 98 agar count kare, so there are 50, because in 100 there are 50 even numbers and 50 odd numbers. So here number of favorable outcomes is equal to, how many favorable outcomes are there? 50, as I said earlier. Okay, and what of P of A? It is number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Total number of outcomes. How many? It is 50 upon 100, which is equal to 1 upon 2. Let me write event B. A number multiple of 13. यहाँ पे थोड़ा सोचने का काम है. Number multiple of 13. Okay, so how many cards are there? Multiple of 13, if I say 1 is 13, that is 26, then it is 52. I'm so sorry, not 52. I'm sorry. First it will be 39. So we will be अपने को सिर्फ 13 का टेबल की जरूरत है. Then it is 65. Then it is 78. Then it is 91. And that's it. So how many cards are there? N of B is 3, 3, 6, and 7. 13 sevens are 91. So there are 7 cards which satisfy this condition. Favorable cases is 7. P of B is N of B divided by N of S. Favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. That is 7 upon 100 is the answer. Sometimes they may also ask you in percentage, so that it will be 7%. Okay, let me solve the remaining part over here. So the next case is event C. Perfect square. So how many perfect square numbers are there between 1 to 100? Very simple. C is 1, 4. अभी मैंने perfect square के बारे में बात किया था. Then 3 का square 9, 4 का square 16, 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36, 7 square is 49, then 8 square is 64, 9 square is 81, and 10 square is 100. So we have only 100 tickets, so I have to stop here. I can see here number of favorable outcomes is 10, and that means probability of event C is number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes, which is 10 upon 100. अगर percentage में पूछा जाए तो I'll write 10%, or I can say it 1 upon 10, or I can say 0.1, depending upon क्या question पूछा है वैसे लिखना है मुझे. Event D, the next and the last event of this problem, event D. Prime number but which is less than 20. Prime number but which is less than 20. Right. Now, D is 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 17, and 19. These are the prime numbers which are less than 20. Okay. So, N of D is total 9 are there. Favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes, that is 9 upon 100, not divisible. So we'll keep it as it is. C, right? यहाँ पे भी prime number there are 8 points, 2, 3, 5, 7. So what mistake we have done? Oh, I'm so sorry. I've taken this as 9. 9 is not a prime number. Hence this will be 8. 8 upon 100. And that is, if you divide by 4, that is 2 upon 25. Or in percentage, if they are asking, that will be 8%. Have a look at the next problem. So, again 1 to 20, prime number we have discussed. I'm not discussing the prime number. A number divisible by 3. Have we discussed number divisible by 3? Yes, we have discussed here. So I'll only be discussing. देखो यहाँ पे prime number discuss किया, number divisible by 3 number discuss किया है. So I have already discussed these questions. So let me about this, a number divisible by 3, a composite number. Okay. So a composite number, which are the composite numbers? So suppose if I'm taking this as event B, I'm not writing the starting part, I'm not writing the first part, that is event A, I'm writing directly event B, a composite number. So which are the numbers, composite numbers? It will not be 1, not 2, not 3. Directly it will be 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, not 11, 12, not 13, 14, 15, 16, not 17, 18. These are the numbers. What is N of B? How many points are there in favor? So it is 3, 3, 6, and 3, 9, and 1, 10. Right? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. I'm so sorry. There is one more card, that is number 20. Something that was missing. So now 11, 3, 3, 6, 3, 9, and 2. 11 numbers are there. 11 cards are there. So P of B is number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes, and that becomes 11 upon 20. Let's move on to the next question. A bag has 25 cards numbered from 1 to 25. A card is drawn at random. Find the probability that a number of a number on the card drawn is multiple of 5, perfect square, and prime number. All right. So again, total number of outcomes is equal to 25. Event A, a number which is multiple of 3. Multiple of 5, sorry. Multiple of 5. Okay. Now, which are the numbers which are multiples of 5 between 1 and 25? The numbers are 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. Right? So, the number of favorable outcomes is, you can see 5 are there. Probability of event A is number of favorable outcomes, that is n of A, divided by total number of outcomes, that is n of S, that is 5 upon 25. Which is 1 upon 5. All right, next, event B. A perfect square. We have solved this kind of problem now. So which are the points under this from 1 to 25? That is, of course, 1, 4, 9, 16, and 25. So how many number of favorable outcomes? Number of favorable outcomes is 5. So P of B is number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes, which is 5 upon 25, and that is equal to 1 upon 5. The last part, perfect square. Okay, the perfect square, event C, I'm sorry, a prime number, not a perfect square, prime number. ओके, सो विच आर द प्राइम नंबर्स? 20 तक तो हमने डिस्कस किए थे पहले ही, 20 तक तो डिस्कस ऑलरेडी किए थे हमने. सो विच आर द प्राइम नंबर्स फ्रॉम 1 to 20? दिस आर 2, 3, 5, 7, नॉट 9, मैंने लास्ट टाइम मिस्टेक किया था. 11 है, 13 है, 17 है, 19. दिस आर टिल 20, और 25 और 20 के बीच में सिर्फ एक ही प्राइम नंबर है, that is 23. So how many prime numbers are there? How many prime numbers are there? 3, 3, 6, and 3, 9. Total 9 prime numbers are there. So probability of prime numbers is number of favorable outcomes, that is n of C, divided by total number of outcomes, that is n of S, and that is equal to 9 upon 25. Let's move on to the next question. Now, a game of number has card marked with 11, 12, 13 up to 40. So now this is 11 to 40. A card is drawn at random. Find the probability that the number on the card is परफेक्ट स्क्वायर. सो ध्यान देना, अभी तक जो जितने प्रॉब्लम्स हमने किए थे 1 2 था. सो यहाँ से 11 से स्टार्ट किया है इन्होंने. सो टोटल नंबर ऑफ आउटकम्स कितने. नाउ दिस इज वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट. यहाँ पे बहुत बार मिस्टेक होते हैं. हाउ मेनी कार्ड्स आर देयर, नंबर ऑफ आउटकम्स. यू हैव टू बी केयरफुल अबाउट दिस, राइट. 11 to 40 यूजुअली बच्चे क्या करते हैं, 40 माइनस सर 40 माइनस 11 कितना हो जाएगा, 29, राइट. बट एक्चुअली देर आर 30 कार्ड्स. रिमेंबर 30 कार्ड्स. हाउ 30? बिकॉज यू हैव टू ऐड वन मोर कार्ड इन दिस, बिकॉज 11 से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, राइट. ओके, लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड. अगर 11 to 15 काउंट करें हम लोग, 11 to 15 हाउ मेनी कार्ड्स आर देयर, 1 2 3 4 and 5. इसका मतलब अगर तू 15 माइनस 11 करता तो तेरा आंसर 4 होता, लेकिन 4 नहीं है. कितने हैं, 5 कार्ड्स है. सो ऑलवेज ऐड 1. ओके, अगर मैं 11 to 16 काउंट करता, देन हाउ मेनी कार्ड्स आर देयर, 11 to 16 हाउ मेनी कार्ड्स आर देयर. देयर आर, मेरे हिसाब से अगर मैं सिंपल 16 माइनस 11 करता तो कितने कार्ड्स दिखते मुझे, ओनली 5. बट है कितने, 6. So whatever the subtraction is, you have to add 1. All right. So total number of cards कितने हैं, 30 है. All right. Now event A. Event A is perfect square. A perfect square. Again, you have to be careful that because the numbers are starting from 11, right? So how many numbers are there which are perfect square between 11 and 40? So first perfect square is 1, then 4, then 9. ये तो नहीं आएंगे. Next one is 4 का square है 16, then 5 का square है 25, 6 का square है 36. Only this perfect squares are there. Only this much perfect, this many perfect squares are there. So only how many numbers are there? There are 3. So total number of favorable outcomes कितना हो गया? Number of favorable outcome becomes 3. Probability of the perfect square is number of favorable outcomes divided by number of total number of outcomes, that is 3 upon 30, and that is equal to 1 upon 10. All right. Now let's go to the next part, event B. Let me underline this first. You have to be very particular when you are writing your paper. Okay. Now a number which is divisible by 7, divisible by 7. Okay, let me write the numbers which are divisible by 7. Indirectly मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, अभी multiples of 7 लिखना है मुझे. I am writing the multiples of 7. So which are the multiples of 7? Multiples of 7 are 7. नहीं आएगा 7 because we have to take the numbers from 11. So 14, 7 3s are 21, 7 4s are 28, 7 5s are 35, and that will be the last number because 7 6 are 42 होता है, right? 7 6 are 42 होता है. So n of b, that is the total number of favorable outcomes. If you ask me, there are 4, and p of b, that is probability of getting a number divisible by 7, is number of favorable outcomes. Number of favorable outcomes, that is n of b, divided by total number of outcomes, that is n of s, and that is equal to 4 upon 30. इसको divide कर सकते हैं 2 से, so 2 upon 15 is your final answer, right? Remember that in the last class also I told you that you have to write the final answers properly as per the questions, and it is not applicable only for probability, for any chapter as far as maths is concerned. Come to this now. A number is chosen at random. अभी ये card नहीं है but numbers है, but assume that they are cards, right? A number is chosen at random from the numbers -5 से लेके 5 तक है including 0. Then the probability that square of this numbers is less than or equal to 1. Less than or equal to 1. Okay. So first of all, total number of outcomes. Number of outcomes. How many are there? कितने नंबर्स है, कितने कार्ड्स है? तो यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक 5 है, यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक 5 है, and this is the one more card, that is 11 cards are there. So total n of s is equal to 11. Now event A, he says event A. Let me define the event A. The square of number is less than or equal to 1. Alright, so in that case अगर मैं A में देखूं तो पहले तो -1 का स्क्वायर, what is the square of -1? It is +1, which is equal to 1. Then 0, square of 0 is 0. You multiply any number of times, you are going to get 0. So it is less than 1, and then it is 1. Only 3 numbers are there. So number of favorable outcomes is equal to 3. Okay. So probability of event A is, you can even write like this, number of, it's up to you, directly n upon ns भी लिख सकते हैं, number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. And that is equal to 3 upon 11. All right. Let's come to the next question. बस स्टोरी चेंज की है, कार्ड के बदले अभी डिस्क लेके आए, right? This is ICSE 2019 question. There are 25 discs numbered from 1 to 25. They are put in a closed box and shaken thoroughly. Shaken thoroughly मतलब shuffle किया है for random experiment purpose. A disc is drawn at random. Find the probability that the number from the box is an odd number divisible by 2 and 3 both, and a number less than 16. Okay. Now, total number of outcomes. Because there are 25 discs, that means there are 25 cards. Okay. Now, event A. An odd number. You have to be again careful about counting the cards. Huh? Odd number. तो odd number कितने होंगे यहाँ पे? अगर मान लो 25 है, 25. So you can count like this. Number of favorable outcomes कितने हैं? Number of favorable outcomes 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 10 हो गए. फिर 21, 23 and 25. There are 13 cards which actually satisfy these conditions. That is 13 is there. Right? So P of A, what is P of A? Because this is also equal to n of s. This is n of A divided by n of s. and that is equal to 13 upon 25. This is the first case, right? Second case is very interesting. First time we are doing this problem. So look at this. Event B. ठीक से देख लो ये problem को. Number which is divisible by 2 and 5. Number which is divisible by 2 and 5. कंपेरेटिवली ये इजी प्रॉब्लम है, बट मैं आपको आइडिया बता देता हूँ क्या करना है. जब 2 and 5 की बात आएगी तो 2 and 5 का आप एलसीएम ले लो. 2 and oh I'm so sorry, not 2 and 5, it is 2 and 3. तो जब 2 and 3 की बात आएगी तो टेक द एलसीएम ऑफ 2 and 3. Take the LCM of 2 and 3, that is 6. So find out the numbers which are divisible by 6 और मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 6. दोनों एक ही मतलब है. डिविजिबल बाय 6 और मल्टीपल ऑफ 6 एक ही बात है, कुछ अलग बात नहीं है. बट यस, 6 कहां से आया? इट इज नॉट 2 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 3. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द एलसीएम ऑफ 2 and 3. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दैट एलसीएम ऑफ 2 and 3, दिस इज द इजीएस्ट वे, राइट? क्यों ऐसे बोल रहा हूं? मान लो कल को आपको बोल दिया 4 and 6, और अगर 4 and 6 की बात आती है तो 4 and 6 में आप अगर मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हो तो 24 आता है. आई एम नॉट आस्किंग यू टू मल्टीप्लाई दिस. 4 and 6 का एलसीएम, इसका एलसीएम कितना आता है? 12. तो यू विल हैव टू फाइंड आउट द नंबर्स व्हिच आर डिविजिबल बाय 12. तो इसमें से अगर दो नंबर ही आते हैं 12 and 24, यू कैन सी 12 and 24, दे बोथ आर डिविजिबल बाय 4 and 6. Coming back to our problem, again 2 and 3 का divisible number मतलब 2 and 3 का LCM, that is 6. So write down the numbers which are multiples of 6. 6, 12, 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24. इतने ही नंबर आएंगे. N of B is 4, that is the favorable outcomes. P of B is equal to N of B divided by N of S, that is 4 upon, how many cards are there? 25, and that will be your answer. Event C is very simple and very straightforward. Event C is a number, event C is a number less than 16. A very simple question. Number less than 16 is, how many numbers are there? There are 15 numbers. P of C, favorable outcomes, that is N of C, number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes, that is 15 upon 25, and that is equal to 3 upon 5. Fine. Let's come to the next question. A letter of English alphabet, how many letters are there? There are 26 letters. Is chosen at random. What is the probability that a chosen letter is a consonant? So consonant का opposite क्या है? Vowels है. Vowels कितने होते हैं? A, E, I, O, U. Right? There are 5 vowels. So total number of outcomes मतलब क्या है? These are alphabets in English. How many alphabets are there? 26 alphabets are there from 1 to A to Z. All right. Now, event A, he says a letter is chosen and the letter is a consonant. A letter is a consonant. Okay. A letter is a consonant. So, how many vowels are there out of this number of favorable outcomes? Is 26 are there minus 5 vowels निकाल देते हैं, so there are 21 favorable outcomes are there. P of A is number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. How many are there? That is 21 upon 26, and that's your final answers. Okay, 16 cards. बोल के रखा है 16 cards है, do not worry, they are put in the box and shuffled. The boy is asked to draw a card from the box. What is the probability that a card drawn is a vowel? So n of s, total number of outcomes is 16. Total cards are 16. 26 नहीं है इस बार. Right? Event A vowel है. Event A vowel है. अच्छा, इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट ये है, टोटल वोवेल्स 5 होते हैं, बट यहाँ पे ए से लेके पी तक, ए सी, ए बी सी डी ई एफ जी एच आई, और यहाँ पे ओ दिख रहा है, यू नहीं है. सो देर आर 4 वोवेल्स, राइट? 4 वोवेल्स आर देयर. सो नंबर ऑफ वोवेल्स यहाँ पे जो है, दैट इज, आई एम सो सॉरी, नॉट 5, there are only 4 vowels which comes between A and P, right? So 4 vowels are there. Okay, that is nothing but n of A. Okay, so P of A is equal to n of A, number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes, is equal to 4 upon 16, which is equal to 1 upon 4. Now, interesting part, very, very, very interesting part. Next part is asking for consonant. So, out of 16, अगर वोवेल को छोड़ दे तो कंसोनेंट वाला पार्ट क्या है? कंसोनेंट वाला पार्ट मतलब क्या है? दैट इज अ कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री इवेंट. नो नीड टू फाइंड आउट, करना भी है, कर सकते हो. 16 minus 4 होगा, right? No need to find out, but because it is a complementary event, vowels and consonants are complementary events. So PA dash, what is PA dash? PA dash is 1 minus PA. 1 minus 1 upon 4. 1 minus 1 upon 4. Easy way, 4 minus 1. Easy way. That is equal to, so the answer is 3 upon 4. Right? The next part is event B. The next part is event B. Okay. None of the letters of the word median. None of the letters of the word median. Question समझ के ले लो. मीडियन में से कोई भी पार्ट नहीं आना चाहिए. मीडियन, राइट? तो एम इधर है, एम को निकाल दो, एम को निकाल दो, ई को निकाल दो, ठीक है, डी को निकाल दो, ठीक है, आई को निकाल दो. इन सिंपल वर्ड्स, ये जो लेटर्स दिए ना, हाउ मेनी लेटर्स आर देयर? 6 लेटर्स है, राइट? नन of the letters of the word median. ठीक है, तो ये टोटल अपने पास जो टोटल 16 कार्ड्स है ना, उसमें से 6 कार्ड निकाल दो, तो P of B कितना आएगा? P of B is number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Favorable outcomes will be 16 minus 6 divided by 16, that is 10 upon 16, and that is equal to 5 upon 8 will be your answer. The letter of the word secondary is selected. What is the probability that it is not a vowel? अभी पहले इसमें से vowel कौन से है? A, E, I नहीं है, O है, U नहीं है. So how many vowels are there? 3. So it is not a vowel. That means it is a consonant. In other words, right? So total number of outcomes is equal to how many letters are there? S, E, C, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 is equal to outcomes mean what? Letters या alphabets जो है उसमें involved. There is 9 involved are there. So total number of outcomes is this. All right. Now, event A, not a vowel. ओके, नॉट अ वोवेल. ओके, नॉट अ वोवेल मतलब कितना? इधर इसमें से 3 वोवेल है, तो नंबर ऑफ फेवरेबल आउटकम्स कितने? नंबर ऑफ फेवरेबल आउटकम्स कितने बने? 9 में से 3 निकाल दो तो बचे 6, राइट? सो P of A is, here I'll write number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Total number of outcomes. And that is equal to 6 upon 9, which is equal to 3 से अगर divide करते हैं, it is 2 upon 3. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Very interesting question. ICSE 2024. This is the last question of this class. Okay. The following letters A, D, M, N, O, S, U, Y of the English alphabet are written on separate cards and put in a box. वही घिसा पिटा जो है पुराना वही काम कर दिए. Cards are well shuffled and one card is drawn at random. What is the probability that the card drawn is a letter of the word M, Monday, and which does not appear on Monday and which appears on Sunday as well as Monday? All right. अंडरस्टैंड दिस प्रॉब्लम. वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग प्रॉब्लम. 4 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन आया था अभी ये जो पेपर हुआ था 2024 आईसीएसई में. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, हाउ मेनी लेटर्स आर देयर? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So total number of outcomes is equal to 8. ये तो हो गया पहला काम, टोटल नंबर ऑफ आउटकम्स, या इसको एन ऑफ एस भी बोलते हैं, राइट? सैंपल स्पेस जो है. इवेंट ए, letter of the word Monday. If I want letter of the word Monday, first of all, how many letters are there in the word Monday? M-O-N. So M-O-N-D-A-Y. All the letters are there in the sample space? Yes. So that is also you need to check, right? So how many letters are there? 6. So in favor, how many letters are there? Number of favorable outcomes is equal to 6. Probability of event A, that means I am getting a letter from the word Monday, is number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes is equal to 6 upon 8. That means 3 upon 4. Now, interesting part, which does not appear on Monday. So, that will be event A dash for me. Letter which does not, because it is a complementary event, appear on Monday. तो सिंपली क्या होगा यहाँ पे पी ए डैश निकालना है मुझे अकॉर्डिंग टू द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री इवेंट पी ए डैश is 1 minus PA. 1 minus 3 by 4. As I always say, 4 minus 3 कितना होता है? 1 होता है. So 1 upon 4 is the answer. Right? Now, event B. Letter appearing on Sunday and Monday both. अब ये letter appearing on Sunday and Monday both, if we talk about, right? So we are talking about a common letter. So common letters are N, D, A, Y, N, D, A, Y. So how many letters are there in favor? In favor, how many letters are there? There are only 4 letters, which are on Sunday as well as Monday. Okay. So number of favorable outcomes. Number of favorable outcomes is equal to 4 P of B. You will write here number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes, and that is equal to 4 upon 8, which is equal to 1 upon 2. Alright. After this, we are going to solve these problems on balls and marbles, and then some MCQs are to be solved. Right. So, this is to be done in the next class. So, I'll be coming soon with the next class of probability. Okay. And remember one thing, that don't just watch these videos, because that will not help you in life. आप जब ये videos देख रहे हैं, as if like you are in the class, take a notebook, take a pen. I said pencil also. Use everything as if like you are in the class and try to solve. You can pause the video. You can solve the question before me. You try to solve this question before me, and that will give you more practice. So don't just watch the videos. Videos सिर्फ देखने से कुछ काम नहीं होगा आपका. Right? That's it for today. That's it for this class. See you soon in the next class. That is the 4th class of probability. Very soon I'll be coming this, maybe today itself or tomorrow. Bye bye till then. Thank you very much.